Zed's World back with another one. If you're watching the channel, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and leave a comment below. Yo, first off, I gotta say, Ian Wright. That brother there said what we all been wanting to say, what we've all been thinking for a long while, way before this Bellingham saga, way before this. We've been saying this has been happening. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just saluting Ian Wright for sticking up for Bellingham. I'm saluting Ian Wright for the speaking about black players who play for England. Period. You get me? Because this whole Bellingham situation, let me just say this first. I'm not a massive Bellingham fan. Like, I think he's okay, yeah. I don't think he's as good as everyone thinks he's okay, yeah. And I don't think he has had it bad like Rashford and Sterling have had it. No way. No way. Him or Saka have not had it as bad as them. So when I'm speaking, I'm Ian Wright. So when I play this clip of Ian Wright in a minute, yeah, it's not just for Bellingham. You know what I'm saying? Like Bellingham got played for England the other day. Yeah, he got substituted. Apparently, yeah, he threw his arms up. He had a little attitude when he got substituted, come off the pitch and whatnot. The press asked the England manager Tuchel about it. Tuchel said something like this. Let me just get into this first. So Tuchel said this here. He said, I saw that Jude was not happy when he came off. I don't want to make more of it, but I stick by my words. Behavior is key and respect towards the teammates who come in. Decisions are made and you have to accept it as a player. You get me? So let me see. So yeah, Bellingham got substituted apparently, yeah. And he was probably upset about it. What I will say is though, like, you know, there's a difference though, and some England managers will look at that like, oh, he's upset that he wanted to stay on the pitch. That's a good thing. You get me? Some England managers will look at it like that. Some England managers are zero tolerance. Tuchel seems like one of them. Plus, he's German. So what he said about Bellingham there, I'm not really getting at Tuchel about that. People are saying, oh, I threw him under the bus. And I don't look at it like that. I think he was just being honest. I think he wants better behavior. Like, his behavior levels are different to some England managers. Southgate would have been like, the lad just didn't want to come off the pitch. It's nothing rare. You know what I'm saying? Some managers' tolerance levels are higher, some managers' tolerance levels are lower. So I weren't even on about that, but it's now the press has just been getting onto Jude Bellingham, like saying certain things like this. Like, you see certain things like this in the paper. Look at this. Tuchel believes squad harmony is crucial to England's World Cup chances, but starman Bellingham has proved he is divisive and petulant. The obvious solution: leave Jude at home. Do you know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of talking. There's one guy named Craig Hope on Twitter. If you've got Twitter, go on Craig Hope, and then in the bar where you can see their tweets and that, typing Bellingham. He was kissing Bellingham's ass at one point, but now he's just been onto Bellingham, onto Bellingham, onto Bellingham. Pure tweets about Bellingham in the last few days. Like, a lot of people. I'm not saying it's everyone. It's not everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not everybody, but a lot of people have been getting onto Bellingham now. So, like, Ian Wright was on the overlap.
They can't get
on the overlap yesterday. He was on the overlap yesterday, and he spoke with Gary Neville, and this is what he said.
They can't get to him. What do you mean?
But they can't. Well, look, his parents have kept him away from the Premier League. It kept him away from the journalists. They can't get to him through his club, like through Real Madrid, so they can try and like taint the way Real Madrid's thinking and say, yeah, we're going to keep him in line and that. They cannot get to this guy, and this is somebody who is very much an achiever. He goes out, he's a winner, he wants to do it, he wins. What they said about Jude not celebrating that, it was complete fabrication, a lie. So what they're trying to build something, because England have qualified so easy. They've not conceded any goals. They've won all the games easy. So they need to have something else to pile on top of the narrative. You know something, I remember saying, I had to do something for GQ not long ago, and I said, I don't think as Englishmen, there's certain Englishmen, I'm an Englishman, I can't hide from that. Even though when I was younger, people would say, yeah, but you're not really English, are you? Yeah, I'm English. I don't think they're ready for a black superstar like that who can move like Jude's moving. You know, they can't touch him, like I just said. He goes out there, he performs, he does what he does. He says who else. It's too uppity for these people. Something that they used to say back in the day. If you're a black guy or a black man who's, how can I, you know what, I put it I put it in a football term. So everybody, they love N'Golo Kante. He's a humble black man, gets on with what he's doing. I'm not saying that he's an Uncle Tom or anything, just saying that's how his personality is. But if you get a Pogba or a Bellingham and you get that kind of energy, that does not sit well with the people, that kind of person. So someone like Jude, for some reason,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Some of them players in that room look uncomfortable. Rooney, Carragher, Roy Keane, Gary Neville. And I love Gary Neville, Rooney, and Roy Keane. I grew up watching them man play for my team. Carragher, he don't even count. You get me? But yeah, like, this is for Ian Wright to be in this room, the one black man, and speak on this platform. This is massive.
frightens these people because of his capability and the inspiration he can give. It's something that you're taught when you're, as a black man, when you're going out there, you just want to try and do the best you can and keep your head down and be, for want of a better, humble slave. This is where this is dragging up from that kind of energy. Because if you are outspoken black and doing that kind of, playing to that kind of level and not caring, that frightens certain people. And that's what's going to happen with Jude. This guy who I'm telling you about in respects of he's obsessed with him. He's moving off of that energy.
He's talking about the same guy I was talking about, Craig Hope. Go and check out Twitter. He's obsessed with Bellingham and trying to bring him down. You get me?
He can't look and see a black man doing what Jude's doing and think that that's not uppity. He's not an uppity. That's where I'm going with that. That's where that comes down to.
So Ian Wright said what we all been thinking. Like, it might have took a while for him to say it, but I don't think Jude Bellingham has had it as bad as Sterling and Rashford. He's not had it as bad as them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so speaking on Bellingham, yeah, that's cool. I'm just glad he spoke on it in general. I know set man are in their house, set of these black footballers in the house saying, yeah, man, but hold tight, Ian Wright, man. Hold tight, Ian Wright, man. He taught the things. You get me? Because a lot of programs and platforms ain't gonna like that and probably shy away from having him on there now, just in case he comes with one of these speeches. You hear what he says? They look. That's why when you see in the media, they're always like, N'Golo Kante, he's so nice, and you know Kante just comes to work. Rich millionaire comes to work. They love that he comes to work in his Mini Cooper and just says hello to everyone, smiles and waves and all that. They don't like when a brother pulls up playing music, popping out with chains and, you know, being himself and all that. They're like, nah, when you play for England or in the England squad or even in a Premier League team, they just want you to humble yourself. They don't like, especially when you're playing for England. When you're playing for England, their attitude to you is like, yo, you should be grateful you're here now. Be humble now. Get on the pitch and run. You get me? Get on the pitch and run. And like Ian Wright said, just be humble and keep your head down. That's what they want. They don't want someone to be their self and have a character. They just want them to be in that England team, grateful to be there. And when you have a bit of, like, Bellingham is getting criticism, not for his performances, for his character. Do you know what I'm saying? Rashford and them was not getting criticism for performances, for his character, for the way he dressed, for where he, you know what I'm saying? All them kind of things, jewelry and all that. Raheem Sterling, same thing. When Raheem Sterling was getting all this criticism, he at one point was England's best player and he was getting it. That's the difference. Like, people say, Gascoigne, Maguire, Stuart Pearce, they got it as well, but they got it for footballing reasons. Maguire got it because he used to stink out the place, so he rightfully, now I'm not even going to say rightfully so because no one deserves it, but that's why Maguire got it. Stuart Pearce because he missed the penalty. Gaza because Gaza kept up with his antics, beating his women, flipping drunk, doing all kind of moving like a little kid. David Beckham got it because he kicked Diego Simeone in '98 in the World Cup and got sent off. That's how he got it. That's how he got booed and that. They didn't boo them because of off the pitch stuff. These man, I'm not even gonna bring Saka into it. You know what I'm saying, too much, because Saka got it for footballing reasons, I feel like. Bellingham gets it because of who he is. Rashford gets it because of who he is. Sterling gets it because of who he is. That's the difference. They could be performing, they still don't like them. That's the difference, man. So for Ian Wright to come and speak on this, it's been overdue. But it's better than never. You know what I'm saying? Even one time Sterling had to look. At one time they was onto Sterling. Look, Raheem Sterling shoots himself in foot. Gun tap Fury. He basically, that was just like, he tattooed himself a gun on his leg. This was 7 years ago, assault rifle. But he's basically saying this is the leg that I shoot with and all that. It was on the front page of the paper that he was catching Pierre backlash for it. Pierre backlash for it. Then look, England failure. England failure steps off plane and insults fans by showing off blinging house. Obscene Raheem on the front page again. Do you know what I'm saying? Prem rat of the Caribbean, like, yo, from troubled youth to 100K a week, the life of footy idiot Sterling. Sterling was getting it for years, bro. Sterling was getting it for years, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they always find a scapegoat to do stuff like this. Look at this young Manchester City footballer, 20 on 25 on 25K a week, splashes out on a mansion on the market for just under 2.5 million, despite never starting a Premier League game. Phil Foden. Manchester City starlet Phil Foden buys new 2 million home for his mom. This was the same year as well. Like, the narratives they push when it comes to black players and all that, it's all totally different. It's just totally different. Look, Harry Maguire's everything Manchester United wanted in a captain, so his arrest in Mykonos has come as a huge shock. If a black player got arrested in their blood, it would have been peak. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so it's just, yo, and this is happening. This is what I'm saying. I'm just glad this has come out, not just about Bellingham, because, yo, we got to speak about man like Rashford and Sterling. They've had it worse than Bellingham. So for me to see Ian Wright come on this program and say this is why it is, man. They don't like they have to understand our culture. We're different kind of people. They want us to be exactly how they are. We're not. We're different. We come from two different whole cultures. Two different whole cultures. If you're a footballer, black guy playing for England, you have to humble yourself. You cannot live your truth, or they won't like it. Especially if your truth is being Conte, like Conte, they will love you. But if your truth is being like Pogba or someone, or, you know, being Flash, or just, nah, they don't like that, bro. They don't like that at all, man. They don't like that at all. So yeah, man, salute Ian Wright for speaking his truth on that big platform, the Overlap, yeah. And, you know, let me know what you lot think about the whole situation. Or if you're watching the channel, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, leave a comment below. I'm out. Seds World.